Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play and very early impressions for Rune Bender VR, a game that was released on the Steam store yesterday, September 20th, 2024. It normally retails for $13. It's on a release sale. I want to say 10% off, or maybe it was 15% off. I received a free Steam key through the Steam Curator Connect program to review this game, and I'm testing it out on the Meta Quest 3 using link cable. Let's just play. Let's hit story mode. We're on the quest, yes. And I will say, if I do have a complaint, some of the UI elements are confusing. Like, I had no idea what to do with this, but apparently you're supposed to click on this X.
Do you mortal really think
which wasn't very obvious to me.
For me and my creatures?
Rune Bender VR is a 180-degree wave shooter, and you can use different spells. And as you can see, that's so we took some damage, but you probably shouldn't have. What I'm doing, in case you can't tell, is you move on the joystick left, up, down, or right. So the joysticks is what brings these up, and then you just draw the rune for the spell. There are spell upgrades as you go along. But sometimes and there's water. I guess is that good against water? The game does tell you what's strong against each other, but I have a trouble remembering, so it's not the game's fault, really. I want to say that
your feeble resistance amuses
although I thought that whatever this is, I guess leaf, is actually weak against water. It seemed like I was having to hit them more time than usual. What's good against lightning? Fire? Water? Let's do water. Let's see what happens. Well, lightning seems to be good against lightning. Let's do fire. You know what? I don't think fire is strong against them. Let's do water. And I think this guy's. And water against water, maybe? I don't know. Lightning against water, right? Lightning.
Do you truly believe your meager skills can challenge my
So as you see, there's been upgrade now. I can do the stronger spell, and you see it does this. Now it has a shorter range, so I probably don't want to do that. I don't know what lightning would be weak against. Is lightning just good against everything? Has to be weak against one of them. Maybe the leaf is what lightning would be weak against. Okay, there's fire over there. There's lightning here. And then there's more lightning. And then there's fire here. And then I'm trying to do fire against all of them. Uh-oh. I'm having Why am I not getting... Why is the spell not working? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I'm dead. Okay. So, I didn't play the best, honestly, but one thing that's hard is just selecting the different spells. You have to switch very often, and unfortunately, the joystick is just not very accurate. Let's restart the run. Let's do another run. So what I mean by that, sometimes I'll go up thinking that I'm going to get lightning, but instead I get fire. Or sometimes I think I want to get fire and I get leaf. So unfortunately, what would be good against lightning? It has to be leaf, right? I think leaf is good against lightning. You just have to remember them. Like leaf is up, lightning's up, leaf is down, fire is left, water's right. And you have to quickly switch between all of them and then do the rune correctly. You can do it with both your left hand and your right hand. And then you bring them together and then you do these more powerful spell. And let's do the how do we do? See, I'm trying to do green. Wait. Oh my. As you can see, it's just hard to do this. I don't know, maybe I'm not coordinated enough. And I guess lightning here? Okay, there we go. I took some more damage than I probably should have. And you can do both hands. Then you can bring them together and do more powerful spells. Some of it is just hitting the target though, which I think I missed all three of them. Oh no. And what's fire? Fire. 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 And lightning. Lightning. Again, I took more damage than I needed to. I'm not doing very good. But you see, this is a straight wave shooter. You get different spells on both hands, and you can technically combine them like this, and then do these more powerful spells as well. But I have trouble doing that, especially when it's both hands. I seem to do better with only one hand, honestly. It's supposed to be leaf, right? But you see how I have trouble picking the right item? Again, so a lot of it's user error. Not gonna lie, a lot of it's just me messing up. And then this guy is fire. 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 And this is lightning. I don't know why sometimes I'm having trouble. I think, oh. I think I survived. I barely survived. But you see, you can increase your spells. You can combine them, you get more spells. This is actually a pretty challenging game, but I'm struggling just to switch between the spells and hitting enemies and really quickly figuring out which ones you're supposed to do. Again, this is just very early impressions. I'm sure with a little bit more experience, a little bit more practice, I could do a lot better. But obviously, I have to spend my my talent on this one, because otherwise I'm gonna die like one hit. So I don't have a choice. So I'm on wave 5. You have to actually do wave 10 to survive story mode. And we're going to try very quickly to figure this out. Water is lightning. But again, I'm just straight out missing. And I will say for me personally, it's just hard to even hit the target. I'm missing so much. And now fire real quick. And I lost. Okay. All right, let's just go to main menu. So I'm gonna be honest. This game is challenging, and I need to get better. So a lot of it here is my fault. A lot of user error. But at the same time, I'm not really having fun. Like, there's been no point of this game where I'm like, "Ooh, this is a good game. Let me get better." I'm like, yeah, I really don't want to play this game anymore. Has been my only thought while playing this. Unfortunately, wave shooters are, they can still be good in VR. Like, I still enjoy some wave shooters, but I played so many wave shooters, and while I still enjoy the top end ones, like the best wave shooters in VR, I still enjoy them. Like Serious Sam. Serious Sam is one of the more fun wave shooters out there. But this is very mid for a wave shooter. Like, even if you like wave shooters, this is very mid. I think the main problem is just switching between spells is way too tedious. Like, you have to push your joystick in the right direction. And if you played with the Quest, like I have, and you're familiar with the Quest and the joysticks, you know that you're bound to misclick often with the joystick. Because obviously you can move your joysticks to one direction, and what looks up might actually be, what feels like it might be up might actually be to the side. And what feels down might actually be to the side. So it's very easy to misclick, and when you think you're hitting up, you're actually not hitting up, but to the side, so you get the wrong spell. And unless you're using the Vive wands and the touchpad, that's bound to happen with the joystick in VR, just because you're moving your motion controllers. So for that reason, you're always going to have misclicks, and this game is always going to be challenging. Just the way the spells are changed and how you have to draw the spells, while it does work, it's prone to lead to lots of errors and lots of misclicks. And once you do that, it's basically impossible to advance in the game because you can't afford to do that. So I'm not sure that's the most immersive or fun way to have this type of gameplay where you're using different spells. And I know some developers are fixating on drawing runes for spells. I've seen that mechanic in a lot of games. But there's not very many games where I can say that was done properly or that was done in a fun, immersive way. Usually that type of VR gameplay doesn't work very well and leads to frustration more than anything else. So I wasn't having fun. If I have to rate this as is, what I played, what I've experienced, and again, it's probably not fair because I didn't get very far. You want to at least beat level 10 in order to give a good assessment of the game. So, but these are early impressions, not a full review, just early impressions. I'd give this a 5 out of 10. Like I said, this is just very average. Especially at the asking price of $13, it might probably be it's overpriced for what it is, which is just a 180 wave shooter that we've seen in multiple games. Now, I do like that there seemed to be different enemies. There were some flying enemies. That moved around and made it hard to hit them. Since I didn't get very far in the game, I don't know how much enemy variety there is, so I can't really count that against the developer. Like I said, I didn't get very far, so take my review with a grain of salt because I didn't get very far. But like I said, this is not a full review, just early impressions. But early impressions, I don't really feel like playing this game anymore, if I'm being honest. So the best I can give this game is a 5 out of 10. Like I said, it's very average. It's functional, it works, but if you have a joystick on your motion controller, like the Quest does, and like almost all the modern VR headsets do, I think you're gonna misclick a lot, and it's gonna lead to some frustration. I hope the developer comes up with a better rune system, better magic system than that, because the one that's currently there is going to be prone to lead to a lot of frustration. So for that reason, the best I can give this game is a 5 out of 10. It's pretty forgettable, if I'm being honest. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play early impressions for Rune Bender VR. If you found this video useful, if you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.